All right. Making this literally at midnight. Um, while being vacation out, but it's just because of the simple fact that obviously we have the mentor chat in my server. Let me just close this out real quick. We have a lot of people who want to learn quality education, right? And thing is that even before having a mentor chat, and I would always tell people, you need to focus on what's right and what could have been the best play, what could have been the most appropriate play. Looking back at the charts, shall we rewind it a little bit? 6:15. Let's look at the pre-market. Um, Now, kind of, this is also a great lesson just for you guys because it's to show you guys that I made the most out of what I saw and what I genuinely and wholeheartedly believed. However, that doesn't mean that it was. Maybe I genuinely did luck out again. I can always admit that, but we kind of were holding, consolidating in this area. It did make perfect sense if we wanted to hold support here, right? I feel like that's setup number one. You basically want to see it hold support right here. That okay. Yeah, right there. That would have been a great play. Me personally, looking at pre-market, I wanted it to much rather have held this zone right here. It kind of was like right here. Actually, that's a lot wider than what I believed. But I wanted to see this. I wanted to see this. I was bearish. There's no way I wanted to see a buy. Only reason why I wanted to see a sell is because, yeah, sure, we had a positive market structure, right? We had a positive market structure, higher highs, and then what happened all of a sudden? Lower low, higher low, and we were yet to create a lower low. And kind of, again, it makes perfect sense why the way I'm explaining it, it makes perfect sense why we wanted to hold what was support, now resistance. Instead, we came all the way back up. But I was kind of looking at it, and again, you always, guys, have to look to the left, right? So, came up, dropped, came down, up, and when we broke it, retested, it, and then dropped. So we're holding something here, right? You can't really specify it. You kind of have to use context clues, and you have to read it. Where you see these wicks, you see this area. So it came up, drop, came up, drop. You see this area, came up, drop. Now you see it over here, came up, came drop. So what do you want to see it do over here? You think it's gonna break all above these highs? I mean, that could be in a perfect world. However, that's not what it indicates it's been doing. So I and I'll just get rid of this. Actually, no, I'll just keep it on for the sake of this. I wanted to see it. Eventually, I thought personally it would have held here. It kind of made perfect sense at the time, and kind of now that I look back and I'm like, man, it should have been right here. Because if you just zoom in, it's a perfect neck and shoulder, right? So neck, shoulder. Neck and what is this? Shoulder and head. Shoulder and head. Sorry. So this is the shoulder. We dropped it. Retest again. This peak is the head. Shoulder, shoulder, drop. Right? It's like hangman. Really an old school setup, if I'm being honest. However, just with that massive candle, you see how it can be off throwing, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Even if I knew that, even if I saw the setup right then and there, would I take it? And that's like the $1,000,000 question, because if we push so high up, 140, say 150 points, give or take, what's the chances that she can't? As soon as you grab a sell over here, what's the chances that you're not gonna blow a count? Let's say you're wrong, you're immediately with volume getting slapped out of that account, let alone that trade. Okay, that's why, and I've learned it pretty late, but with US 30, yes, I have learned it, and it's been a very meaningful lesson, and I can always admit it. you gotta put your stop loss like wherever you feel comfortable. I honestly would have put it right here at the just a point or two above the double top, right? Because I see that wick over there too, and looking to the left. Uh, yeah, I want it to be a little bit. Yeah, it would have been. It definitely would have been higher, higher above this wick. It would have been. Personally, should have been like right there. So, yeah, makes it's actually right there, right? Basically at the top of my zone. That would have been my stop loss. The bottom being resistance. So, uh, should have been more like this. So, yeah, that makes even more sense now. So, say you took a sell, sure, dropped. It was such a great trade. But this isn't what it seems like, right? This is, I mean, if you look at even the 1 minute time frame, the first candle at the market opening, don't get me wrong, she came down, but she was holding over here and she almost flipped green. The market opening candle had almost flipped green. It was right at the high. Believe it or not, when I took profit, because I trailed my stop loss and I trailed it so damn aggressively, I only got down 6 points from the session high. That is phenomenal. Honestly, I'm really proud of myself because it's not about how much points I captured. It's not about. Don't get me wrong. People talk about how you can be profitable with any strategy and risk management and all that. I'm gonna tell you something else. While that to some extent is true, sure, I think if you can just trail your stop loss, you'll be profitable for your whole life. If but it just really just depends how much space are you letting her breathe, how much wiggle room, in other words, are you willing to give her. And really, I mean, you can't say every trade as soon as you enter and you move your stop loss into profit, assuming your trade will never get a profit. You can't count that as a win, you know what I mean? But if I had to do that. But and if you don't put a hard stop loss, these are the trades that poses a lot more of a threat. So, crazy enough, I should have got the memo when I took my buy and as soon as closed the trade. Again, it was a 9 second trade. I'm proud of it. Don't get me wrong, right or wrong. I really do believe faith. I really do believe, honestly, a little luck had blessed me today. It had shined down on me. It was kind of but as soon as I jumped in, never in drawdown, not even 2 3 points of drawdown. I entered already, dude. I was already up in fucking profit. Just one of those beautiful days. I'm a bigger account again. You guys don't know this, but that could have been an easy 3,000. That could have been a 15,000. Could have been a 30,000. Could have been a $50,000 day in 9 seconds. So when you kind of put it like that, when you kind of compare it to yourself in situations that I've been in, I don't think I think this is the fastest trade I've ever been. Before it was 42,000 in 13 seconds. So to have a trade that's 4 seconds faster than 13 seconds, 9 seconds, that's just phenomenal. That's crazy. So I mean, you guys have to think about it. People work 8 hours a day, and it's the time to commute for work, the time to shower for work, the time to prepare for work, the time to drive back from work to home, to again take a shower after work, and to kind of relax. That's more like 10 hours to cook, right? And again to clean, to prepare your house, right? Washing bed sheets. That's honestly more like 10.5 to 11 hours. Some people it's even more. So, um, and for me, I just wake up and I'm not trading. I'm definitely not working more than an hour every single day, even when I wake up early. So, which this morning I definitely was. Well, I couldn't really sleep because I just came to my hotel. So, but anyways, I just want to say that some people, while I also wanted to see basically hold support, I wanted to see it actually come down here. That was my initial. But then kind of looking to the left, seeing over here again, just taking a look. Okay, I just feel like in general, this would have been a great support zone. Whatever was support, whatever what used to be resistance. Either way, every time we were holding in this area, rejecting this area, I just feel like soonest. And again, if I just break it down to the 1 minute time frame just to show you, it would have been a phenomenal, just a great trade. But these are days that you just have to immediately just adjust your stop loss. You can let her run, but if you're not paying yourself, in other words, if you're not trimming your or trailing your stop loss, these trades can really fuck you up because of slippage. Seen it, and I've lost many accounts, mostly trading NASs that try to catch you by the tick. But honestly, a candle when it's free falling, it's like catching a falling knife. It poses a lot more of a threat and injuries rather than what you think you can handle. So kind of was still in shock, was still in amazement of what I and how I had traded, and honestly just kind of understanding what just happened. Um, I again almost 300 points of a dump. No, I just couldn't. So even then, this trade over here had really caught my eyes, to be honest. Basically, I noticed it was right here. If I just delete this, yeah, makes sense. And that would have been a great trade too. So what was it? From 57 to 49, just an 8 point difference. But honestly, I'm really firm on this one. I mean, I guess I could have moved it up there just because of the body of that. Sure, now that's great. But I don't know, man. Sometimes when you're just calm and you just really just look back at trades, you're like, I missed a million opportunities today. So I really wanted to just, as always, I want to be transparent. I want to be honest. If I realize I could have been better, I want to make sure I share it with you guys. It's not like I'm a fucking celebrity. It's not like a lot of people are gonna see this video, so I don't have nothing to lose. At the same time, I don't care who says what, but honestly, among everybody that even watches this type of video, I just don't really think a lot of people can understand what I'm trying to process and what I'm trying to even say in these type of videos. Believe it or not, every video that I try to frame it, I try to use different words. Again, believe it or not, but I generally do. I try to rephrase some things differently with different examples. But truth to be told, every day, though different examples, it's the same scenario, same situation. Some days sell, some days buys, some days faster, some days longer execution, some days more patient, some days faster. Sometimes you gotta be aggressive. Some days you just have to be more calm, and some days straight up just sit on your hands. Put your hands below your thighs or below your butt cheeks. So it is what it is. Um, Really, if you like this type of video, if you actually gain something, and if you're still watching this right now, if you gain something from this video, drop a damn comment of what you gathered. Just it could be anything. It could be anything. I'm curious what goes in your guys' little heads when you watch this type of video. So, peace, love, and cheers, and thank you.